who have indeed not wasted court's time by pleading guilty. Considering the volume of exhibits tendered by the prosecution in this trial, it would have taken a very long time to conclude this trial. The convicts appear remorseful, and indeed from the time of their arrest, they have been cooperative and been willing to accept liability in this case. I have carefully listened to and read the submissions by the state in this case. They illustrate the way in which the commission of this offense was planned by A1, who actually held meetings at his home on different times and devised different strategies on how to kill Engineer Kakedo Bosa Daniel, now deceased. A1 went ahead to provide a gun that he had kept for some time in his garden, and this gun was used to kill the deceased. They trailed the deceased from his home in Luggya up to Katosi in order to be sure that the target they wanted for that on the 25th of February 2024. As a word of caution to the general public, acts of mob justice should be stopped. As in the instant case, if Etu Lujanua had been killed, as they indeed killed Seru Nkuma, it would have been very difficult for the state to arrest anyone in this case. And thanks for the police which arrested Etu Lujanua and took him for treatment, that now we have the motive behind the death of Engineer Bosa Daniel known. It was a wrangle over the title of Omutakaruomwa, the head of the Indiga clan, the Ship clan, that caused the death of Engineer Daniel. I have also listened to the submissions of Counsel Richard Kumbuga on behalf of the convicts, seeking a custodial sentence, given the fact that the convicts have pleaded guilty and served court's time. Ugandans who have matters pending in courts of law and other tribunals always be patient and wait for the final outcome of their matters they have taken to courts of law and other tribunals. They should desist from taking the law into their hands, as the convicts did in this case. Courts of law can effectively discharge their duties after due process and in a very orderly manner, as we are seated here, and after listening to all the evidence. That is when justice is served, as indeed is going to be delivered to the convicts and to the family of the late Engineer Kakedo Bosa Daniel in this case. The convicts disguised the number plates of the motorcycles they used and even used a gun which had no legible serial numbers, an indication that they intended to hide away from the authorities after killing the deceased. The actions of the convicts directly affected the family of the deceased, as they lost their father and husband. Those actions affected the entire Ndiga clan, the Ship clan, as they lost the Mutaka Luomwa, their clan head. They affected the Kabaka of Uganda, the Sabataka, as he lost one Mutaka Luomwa. Those actions affected the people of Uganda, as we lost an engineer, senior citizen of this country, under very clumsy circumstances. I disagree with the submissions of Land Council Richard Kumbuka that these convicts are remorseful because they are now being forced to calm down. They are now being forced to calm down because of the overwhelming nature of evidence that was gathered against them. Otherwise, they were determined to eliminate the Engineer Kakedo Bosa Daniel and leave the entire Ugandan government machinery guessing as to who had committed such a heinous crime. And would also have been guessing what the motive could have been behind the killing. I therefore agree with the Council for the State cases, like in the Bidong Zenone case, Court of Appeal, Criminal Appeal number 216 of 2016, where the maximum sentence has to be passed in order to send a signal to other Ugandans that plotting heinous crimes of this nature does not reward them. And the state has got the machinery to investigate and get to the bottom of such cases. I therefore find that given the motive behind this matter and the various groups of people it affected, the pleas of leniency by the convict cannot be sustained, and I hereby pass the death sentence against A1 Luggya Bosa Tabula alias Luggya and A2 Luggya Noah alias Fake, who should be executed in the manner prescribed by the laws of Uganda, signed by me this date. You have got a right of appeal against the sentence within 14 days from today. Tell them what has happened.
Era nasaba kote bawe kibonerezo samusamu naye okusinzira ku mulamuzi bagambye nti igwe Luggya wateekako meetings nyingi ewuwo erina ekigendererwa ekyokutta Bosa Daniel okuva ennaku z'omwezi 28 mu Gwokubiri mwaka gwa 2023 era wateekako meeting naye mukutta Luggya Daniel agambye nti yeebaliza ddala poliisi eyasobola okukwata Luggya Noah n'abamutwala mu ddwaliro gye yasobola okubawa abalala bonna abali ku musango ogwo gw'okutta era n'agamba nti ekikolwa kyammwe kyali kya bugenderevu kyakosa Buganda kyakosa bannayuganda okutwaliza awamu ne families era n'agamba nti akanyiza n'okusaba kw'omuwaabi wa gavumenti ku kibonerezo kye yasabye era n'olw'ensonga eyo n'abasindika ku kibonerezo ky'okukalabba igwe Luggya Bosa ne Noah Luggya musobola okujulira mu nnaku 14 kusinziira ku nsala y'omusango guno.
Functions officials regarding your case, you will go to the Court of Appeal. Can I have the other 3 accused persons? You take those ones away and bring the other 3. On Monday, the record will be ready. Everything will be ready for your appeal. Yes. Proceed.
Bosa, gari soka tugende wansi. No ni wako Tito.
Kangende banzite leka bakamutebina yakimanye nti waliwo omusayi gw'Abaganda ogwayika nga ajja okutuula ku nnamu. Kati kiro mayiga akimanye nti ekyo ekyagwawo era tekijja kugaana kugwawo obwaluma bujja kusigala nga bwaffe ojja kufa naye omwana ali
Gende wansi.
Balida kwesaka bakamutendeko bweyazaawo ajja kuba nansowole mukka byayagala nnyo